I had the Quest 1, the Quest 2, and then now the Quest 3. I was hoping to buy the Quest Pro, but it's so expensive. If you look at the three, Quest 2, Quest Pro, and Quest 3, that's literally the order you would put them in. Quest 2, Quest Pro, Quest 3. The Quest Pro, the only thing that one has going for itself is the eye and face tracking. That's it. Everything else has been upgraded from it. The quality and the lenses and the AR technology have all been upgraded into the Quest 3. Processor inside is the Snapdragon. Here, let me get this. I'm ADHD, so remembering some of the specs is kind of hard. So give me just a moment. I don't want to get some of the stuff wrong. It has a mixed reality, which has two RG basically full color cameras and a depth perception camera, giving us more resolution for pass through and the ability to do AR, what they call AR, which is augmented reality, which means, I don't know if you know what that means, but anything that we can see in the real world can have an overlay on it, like a digital overlay for virtual games to be played in real life objects. So like, for example, when I first got the headset, there was a game that it had me automatically play, which was great, by the way. I loved the way they introduced it, where it had me scan my room, and then it created a game based off it on the borders and stuff coming through my ceiling, and it gave me guns to shoot all these aliens and stuff. But it was in my environment, not one it created. My environment. So it looked like these things were coming through my own walls. I was like, hey, get off my bed, you little alien. It's just a lot of fun. Also, there are a bunch of augmented reality games and even some games that actually go off of your environment, where your headset can scan an environment and then literally make the game based off of that. With these new depth perception cameras, it will literally have you walk through your environment, and then it will literally make a three-dimensional game in mirror of your actual environment. So you can literally walk around and say, shoot zombies coming through your windows and shit. It is really freaking cool. The resolution of the eyes, display resolution is 2064 by 2208 pixels, which is way higher than the resolution for the Quest 2 and the Pro. Also, it has Wi-Fi 6E, which is faster and more powerful than the Quest 2. I don't want to give you misinformation, which is why I'm looking it up. The processor is a Snapdragon XR2 second gen, whereas the Pro is a Snapdragon XR2 Gen 1. Like I said, the Quest Pro has some extra features in it, like face and eye tracking, that content creators would love to have, because they can have more emotions and that you can easily hook up. Your controllers are self-tracking, so you can literally do more stuff with them. They're, in my opinion, they're mostly meant for companies in order to do more things in VR, like designing a car. You can literally take the three-dimensional image that they create of building the car, bring it into VR, and literally look at it and pull stuff apart, see where things are going to go, change the designs right then and there in virtual reality, and you can be in many different places in the world. The Pro was meant and designed for those purposes. The hardcore VR people who make content, them as well, because the face tracking. But it was $1,000 versus the Quest 3 is $500 for the 120 gig, I think. The Quest Pro was promising AR technology, face tracking, and at the time, one of the best processors on the market. If any of my information is correct, I do apologize to anybody watching. And then the Quest 2 was $300, which went up to $400, and then it switched back and, Meta doing their thing. The controllers are not self-trackable, but they've implemented AI technology into the controllers to where even when they are behind you, they can still make some good predictability tracking. So they're not self-tracking, but to save on battery life, they decided to go with an AI technology instead. It uses all the sensors and everything inside, and getting rid of the ring is really nice too, because there are no rings, see? Actually, funny that you mentioned that. If you look on the Meta website, they actually have AR glasses. Hang on, wait, are they? I could be wrong. Oh yeah, it is the smart glasses. But from news reports and other leaks that I've heard of, they are going to venture into AR glasses, which do exist from other companies. And by doing that, you can easily get directions. You can see text messages without ever picking up your phone. It's all AR related. Overlaying directions on roads through your AR glasses. That's where Meta is attempting to go, using AR in businesses, like I said, where you can overlay something onto a car or something. It's like, this is what the car would look like after it gets painted, or what it would look like after the modifications. And you just put on some AR glasses and instantly see that. And Quest 3 is just a step in that direction. The future of this kind of technology, virtual reality is going to spread. And it's spreading VR throughout the world, and it's going to make it easier for human connection. I mean, it's also going to do, some other things, like people are going to get annoying, but with the ability to control your environment, people like me, I am a person who can't get out into groups of people, okay? I'm very anxiety filled. I am an extrovert on VRChat. I can talk with anybody in VRChat. But you put me IRL into a group of people, I can't do it. Reason why, biggest reason for me at least, is because I have full control over my environment. If something's going wrong, I can block a person. If I don't like the group that I'm with, I leave. I have full control over the environment. By knowing that, and knowing that my physical looks are not going to be judged upon after the first moment of meeting someone, I can actually be myself with everyone here. And I know this is going to help. And it already has helped some mental patients get over their anxieties. Some of the technology for virtual reality is actually being used to help patients. And people who are terminally ill, they're helping get VR headsets for them so they can actually do things while it's still laying in bed. And it actually helps the healing process because it brings up their moods. A happier person is more likely going to heal better, faster, with good morale. If you're happy, you're going to live happy, right? It's being used in multiple different ways. Training is a big one. Training for aircraft, training for any job you can think of. Forklift training. You can train without anyone ever getting into a dangerous vehicle. Police departments around the world have actually started using both AR and VR technology to do training scenarios for hostage situations and stuff. Why? Because it's cheaper. And you can actually you get to choose exactly what you do. So for starts, you were talking about entertainment. So in my opinion, that's why I like VR so much. My IRL life is not very fun. I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. I don't do a lot of things IRL because of my anxieties, stuff like that. I don't do these things. But when I'm on VR with full control over my environment, I'm a happier person. That's why I get on VR. I have my friends. I have made so many friends here on VRChat. I have over 600 friends. And all of them are great people. I've met people from all kinds of different countries, including Ukraine and Russia, Australia. Those people are nerds, but holy shit, are they great people. And you got people from UK. I have several friends from UK. Best people I've ever freaking met. People from all over the United States. But the people you meet here, yes, there's a lot of them that can be a little not themselves. They just want to be jerks. But the majority of people, especially in the furry fandom, for example, the majority of people are super understanding, super nice. And because they feel the way you feel about VR and that it gives us comfort because we have control over our environments, you can literally be yourself and not be judged because all you have to do is, oh, you don't like me? Block. Gone. Never have to hear from that person again. So the escapism thing. I get where people are coming from because it is a way. Escaping something is not really dealing with it. But there are some problems that are not easily dealt with in reality that you can easily escape from in virtual reality. So like our own minds, for example. A lot of ADHD people suffer from depression. Depression is a widespread thing, and some of them are clinically depressed. Well, getting on VRChat with the controllability and the ability to be whatever you want and being able to be yourself, that can do a lot for a person. When you are alone, sitting in your apartment, and you see your headset, you can be like, you know what? I'm tired of being alone. You throw that thing on, and you're with friends. It's easier than trying to connect with strangers. And like you said, in my opinion, which could be wrong to others, and I apologize for that if someone doesn't agree, but in my opinion, give me a minute. In my opinion, the metaverse is not here yet. It's not a it is, but it's not. A metaverse, in my mind, is basically the internet in virtual reality. The ability to throw a headset on and do everything you need to do, that would be the metaverse. But we're not there yet. Like, even as human beings, we're not there yet. We're not ready for that. Virtual reality is great, but life does come first. Because I've heard many people getting into VR and struggling later. Don't get into VR if it's gonna have you struggle IRL. It's just gonna add more to it, more to your struggles. Also, be mindful of the people you connect with. Because like I said, we're not all great people in virtual reality. It's just like IRL. It's just in a digital state. There are people who are terrible people who will bend and use your minds. But using the tools given to take control of your environment while you are in VR is key. Be yourself and only yourself. Don't let anyone else change you.
Kindness is contagious. When you are kind, you inspire others. Be the spark. Spreading kindness merchandise available now.